All right, folks, good morning. Okay, let's get started here. So for today, June the 17th, Tuesday, we have the following information. We are in day number 2 of the G7 meetings, and at 8:30 we had core retail sales month over month, which came in less than expected. Retail sales month over month also came in less than expected. Import prices month over month came in better than expected. At 9:15 a.m., we have capacity utilization rate, not an important report. Industrial production month over month also, which is not a important report. At 10 a.m., we'll have business inventories month over month, and the NAHB housing market index. None of those are important. After the market closes, we'll have the API weekly statistical bulletin, which is not important. So all of the important data already came out. Obviously, the retail data coming out softer than expected is not ideal, and looks pretty normal. Doesn't seem like there's anything extreme about it, but there we go. All right. So taking a look at the pre-market, we can see that the QQQ ETF is definitely down. Okay. Still within the range that we've been in recently. We've just retraced all the gains we made yesterday. And speaking of yesterday, let's take a look at what we were looking at the other day. So we had a few stocks that we located. One of them was AMD. Now, AMD, we did put out the alert, but the actual entry I missed for the room. But I put out a alert letting everyone know that if we got the alert at 121, look for an entry there. We did get that, so this one worked out pretty well. T2 was 122.60. Stock obviously went way past that point, went up to over $128 a share that day. We did catch ARM. Now, I did exit early when it started to slow down, but the stock did shortly after that get to moving and it got to our T2 of 142.94 and topped out at 143.58. Also tried Palantir. This one I had to exit early. It did something similar to what I saw with ARM, but ARM continued to go up shortly after, whereas Palantir collapsed. So it was overall a good day. Some good opportunities were available. All right. Okay, so let's take a quick look here at what's moving in the pre-market. Okay, so here's what I see so far. First up is CERO. That is presently up 58.7% on 8.3 million shares. It's at least $1 per share, so we will go ahead and add that to our pre-market watch list. The symbol is CERO. All right, next up is First Solar, FSLR. That is down 22.5% on 1.7 million shares, at least $1 per share. So we'll add FSLR to our list. Next up is IMRX. Presently, that's up 9.7% on 15.2 million shares roughly, and it's at least $1 per share. So we'll add IMRX to our list. Next up is INEO, which is presently up 45% on 8.3 million shares, at least $1 per share, so we'll add INEO to our list. Next up is MINM, which is presently up about 15% on 7.6 million shares roughly, and it's at least $1 per share, so we'll add MINM to our list. Next up is NVIDIA, NVDA. That is presently break even, so nothing there. NVTS, that is presently down only 1.8%, so we'll skip that. Palantir, it's only up 0.46%. And then Plug Power, that's only down 2.29%. Okay, next up is RELI. Okay, RELI, Reliance Global, is up 11.8% on 1.8 million shares, at least $1 per share, so we can add RELI to our list. Next up is SAFX. That is presently up 40.2% on 13.9 million shares. It's at least $1 per share, so we'll add that SAFX to our list. Next up is SEDGE, which is presently down 33.36% on 1.6 million shares, at least $1 per share as well, so we'll add that SEDG to our list. Next up is Verve, VERV, which is presently up 76.10% on 8.9 million shares, is at least $1 per share, so we can add VERV to our list. And finally, we have XTIA, which is presently up 18.41% on 3.5 million shares, at least $1 per share. So we'll go ahead and add that XTIA to our list. All right, so if you folks see any other stocks other than the ones I just mentioned, which I'm posting now in the chat, let me know in the chat. Oh, sorry, VERV is a merger. Thank you for pointing that out. I should have noticed that. So VERV, we can skip that one because if that's a merger. Or is that, wait, is that a merger? Oh, so look at the wrong one. Oh, okay, never mind. Sorry. We can skip VERV. That one we don't need. That's a merger. It didn't look like one for a second, but there you go. All right. XLRX. Sorry, SLRX. So just skip Verve, VERV. That's a merger. Thank you for pointing that out. I didn't notice it until you said it. SLRX. That's now added. It's trading 29.3 million shares, up 92%. And it's at least $1. At least $1 per share. Let's see. FGL. That's currently up 6.59%, but it's under $1 per share currently for FGL, so I'll have to skip that one. INVZ. That is currently up 13.5% on 1.4 million shares, at least $1 per share. Yep, that qualifies, so we'll add INVZ to our list. And then RUN, RUN, sorry. That's currently up 40.04% on 9.9 million shares, at least $1 per share. So, yep, we'll add that to our list, RUN. All right. So we'll go ahead and wrap up for today's Premarket Pulse, folks. Please be sure to like the video. See, we have 9 likes, which is great. We have more than 9 people watching. So please be sure to hit the like button, which greatly helps us with the YouTube algorithm. Also, go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you get notifications when we produce a new video. And if anyone's watching this video on a replay and you're not familiar with our company, check out fundertrading.com, our website. You'll see a link in the description to this video. Other than that, for everyone part of the coaching program, I'll see you there in about 15, 16 minutes. We'll pick up for today's session. All right, folks, have a great trading day, and I'll see you for tomorrow's Pre-Market Pulse. Take care.